The 1803 survey divided the commons into 22 large tracts called classes. Each class was divided into a grid of mostly 30 and 45-acre lots. This is what this grid looked like, where 9 of these classes, with over 600 lots, were in what became Saugerties. We'll use the 1893 topographic survey to show where these classes were, because the features of this map best reflect the way the land was settled up to this time. We'll first identify the classes to the south before turning our full attention to those that make up the bulk of the land of Saugerties. We'll start with the classes south of the village of Kingston that are south of the Rondout Creek in the present town of Esopus. In the records, these are the south of Rondout second class east of road, south of Rondout second class south of road, south of Rondout first class, and the Hussey Hill lots. In his 1888 History of Kingston, Marius Schoonmaker says these together have 116 lots. Sheppawanik Mountain and Klein Esopus lots add a few more. Northeast of the old village of Kingston are the Flatbush class and the Pine Bush class. These are in the town of Ulster, running from the west slope of the Kalkberg east toward the Hudson. On present-day 9W and 32, heading north of the city of Kingston, you are in these classes. Schoonmaker says there are 124 lots here. Running southwest along Route 32, beginning within the city of Kingston, are the compensation class east of road and compensation class west of road. These were set aside for those who resided in the village of Kingston. Marius Schoonmaker says only that these and some in Saugerties were added later in 1804. Within the present city of Kingston is the Suppy's Hook class, running from west of what had become the village of Rondout, east over the high limestone slopes of the Vlightberg toward Kingston Point. Schoonmaker says it has 11 lots. There is, north of these, on the river, along the present Saugerties south border, stretching into the Flatbush class, a single large Kingston Commons lot labeled Kingston Academy. This is thought to be the core of the original 1 square mile lot of land set aside on March 7, 1783, as a site offered by Kingston's trustees to build the capital of the United States on. After Maryland's site that would become the District of Columbia was chosen, this was reassigned to the support of higher education. Across the Esopus Creek from the old village of Kingston and into the hills above the plantation lands of the earliest settlers is first the Clove class. These were lots along the Delaware and Hudson Turnpike that came down to the valley through the break in the hills. Route 28, or the Onteora Trail, takes this route now. Marius Schoonmaker says it has 103 lots. Next north is the Binnywater class, named after the marsh at the head of the Premakers Creek, used as a boundary landmark in the first description of the Kingston patent. The Sawkill runs southeast right through it. When you're on the Sawkill Road or the 209 bypass over the hill, you're in the Binnywater class. Marius Schoonmaker says it has 150 lots. Above this class begins the first of the numbered classes, the first class. The old Dutch settlement, present-day Ruby, is in the northeast corner of this class, and Sawkill Reservoir is on its southwest. The northernmost line of the first class lots cross the southern border of Saugerties. Marius Schoonmaker says it has 97 lots. West of the Binnywater class is the 3 Mile class. This is a triangular incursion of the trustees into the Hardenberg Patents Woodstock lands that extended the southwest and northwest border of the Commons into the Upper Plateau farmlands under the Catskill Escarpment. Marius Schoonmaker says it has 34 lots. North of this is the Southwest class. 3/4 of the Southwest class is in Saugerties. Marius Schoonmaker says it has 113 lots. Aside from the first and southwest classes, the only other one in Saugerties that extends beyond its borders is the 7th class. Only a very small number of its lots are in the south in the present town of Ulster. Marius Schoonmaker says it has 62 lots. So with the rest of the Kingston Commons having been described, We will now begin to concentrate on the Kingston Commons lots of Saugerties.